think we're live.
Are you sure? Abram, are you sure?
I'm never sure of anything.
Hi, Abram, we're live.
I'm happy. Clave, how are you today?
I'm good, man. You ready to talk about the news?
I do. I want nothing more right now on a Wednesday afternoon than to talk about the news.
To talk about nerdy news. So if this is your first time you're figuring it out, go to nerdsonEarth.com. And the reason for that is every Wednesday we collect the news for nerds. So it might be Star Wars, might be Marvel movie. I hope it's Marvel movies. I always hope it's Marvel movies. It could be board games. It could be the stuff that we love. And we kind of collect that for you, and it's called the punch list.
Punch list.
And then, so that's a quick hit on Wednesday morning if you just want to get it fast. But then we're nerds, so we can't not talk about it. So we talk about it every Wednesday here live. So that's what we're doing now.
Yes, our hot takes, our cold takes, our takeout, all of it. You get it right here, fresh.
You get it right here. All right, so first on the punch list, number 7 is Pathfinder Kingmaker coming to consoles. So Pathfinder Kingmaker, if you're a role player, you might have played. It was a very popular role-playing
still is
adventure where you kind of build your and it's coming out for Pathfinder 2nd edition, but it's a video game, and it had some improvements, some fan improvements, and now it's coming to consoles.
Yeah, so this is it's a very fun game. I've played it with the Clave, you mentioned the fan-based mods, which there's a bunch, but the main one that if you really want to facilitate that Pathfinder turn-based experience is a turn-based mod, so that everything's not just like chaos on your screen.
Totally.
So that mod it makes it worth playing way more than anything else, I think. So the fact that they're bringing it to consoles with that inherently, and then they're going to retroactively apply that to PC that's huge. I mean, without it, it would be, I don't know. I wouldn't call it a Diablo clone because Diablo would make it head and shoulders above everything else in that regard. But that's what makes it unique. Gives you that Pathfinder spice.
Yeah. Well, and then, my kids bug me and I'm like, okay, turn-based. I love this, that's always good for me. It's single player, something turn-based or that I can pause, be in and out is always, I love it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting how the controls work on the console because, you are managing lots of different things. So it'll kind of be interesting how they integrate all that together. But I'm excited.
But here's the big question, because number 6 on the punch list is the PS5 event reveals over 24 games. Is it coming to the PS5?
That's a great question. They didn't list it in the trailer, and I don't know why. Some hot-hitting game.
They were too busy listening to the Spider-Man. Miles is coming to Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Miles Morales. When I saw that right at the beginning, I was like, yes!
Yeah. So any titles you're excited about for the PlayStation 5 event reveal?
Spider-Man for sure. The second Horizon game. I don't know. There's so many, and they just kept going one after the other. I think I don't know if all those are at launch, which I can't remember like which ones are and which ones aren't.
Yeah,
but
they weren't really clear on that.
No, and that intentionally so, I'm sure. But even so, the PlayStation it used to be, for the more mature gamer and stuff, but they've really, they've come out with a lot of content that's good for anyone. So you can always find Little Big Planet. That's it. The next Little Big Planet. I love those puzzle games, the side scrollers. So it's awesome. I don't know. The rumor is the price point for the non-digital is maybe around 500, and then the digital version with no disc tray at 400 or 450. So
and the easiest way to say it is it's got a look. It looks like something.
You can. Everyone's compared to like a Dyson
have
vacuum.
Opinions on what it looks like.
Yes, the Dyson vacuum. I don't know. Name a household appliance. It kind of looks like it. It's very. I don't know. I think it looks it's unique. So, if they want to set themselves apart, they did.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, a one with no drive, so digital only. There's that version, and so that's something that's interesting for consoles as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Totally.
But it's 2020, even though everyone wants to unplug 2020. So.
Well, we're almost halfway through it here.
Yeah. If we can make it through, right?
Yep.
All right, number 5 on the punch list. Legendary Batman writer Denny passed away. Passed away at natural causes at age 81, but he was a legendary name in comics and particularly on Batman.
Yeah, and he worked on a lot of stuff, and I mean, I'm not as familiar with all of that, but I'm not as inundated with comics as you. But I mean, he's been with on the DC side and the Marvel side, like he's been everywhere. He named Optimus Prime. I mean, that's what's more iconic than that.
That's right. Well, and here's the thing: I can recall his name in reading G.I. Joe comics, but I read him when I was a kid in the 80s, and so I was too dumb to realize what an editor did, and
Right.
associate like his legacy on comics and his contribution to comics. But I mean, he was just universally praised and lauded, and so many well wishes when he passed, and so.
He'll be
so
missed.
thankful for his contribution to comics.
Mm-hmm.
That we love. So, yeah. All right, number 4 on the punch list is Star Wars Celebration 2020 canceled. I mean,
we saw it coming.
Right. Like, why even bother listing what's canceled in 2020 at this point? Just everything's canceled. Like,
we have a permanent spot on the punch list every week for something being canceled.
Yeah. So Star Wars Celebration 2020 canceled. The event will return in 2022.
Yes, and so they're saying that they're going to have a bigger Star Wars presence at the D23 Expo
next year.
That
will be canceled.
Yeah, that's optimistic. So I don't even know like what was supposed to all be entailed in the Star Wars Celebration, but I mean, I'm sure they're gonna. By that time, we'll have Mando season 2 to talk about.
Well, let's hope they're filming, right? I was getting ready to say, as long as we have Mando season 2, and I think that's the thing. It's like, all right, if these conventions are canceled, us nerds will, I mean, a large crowd gathering, we get it, right?
Right,
like
exactly.
I mean, we talked about some of the other cons like Gen Con. It just feels like it feels like a pandemic waiting to happen anyway.
Right.
Everyone's packed in. But man, if the Mandalorian season 2, the filming delays, Falcon and Winter Soldier's delayed, the movies are delayed, then it's really starting to hurt.
Right. And I mean, we've already seen that too. I mean, all the Marvel movies and stuff kind of delayed, and Eternals is pushed out to next year. Oh, Eternals.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be awesome when it happens. Yeah. All right. Number 3 on the punch list, ComicCon at Home details. So things are canceled, but we can do it at home. So these details, July 22nd to 26th, completely free. Feature presentations, panels, interactive activities, and even an exhibition hall covering con exclusive merchandise and deals. I'm sure on nerdsonearth.com, we will, if something is revealed, gosh, I hope that the panels are not, well, things are delayed because we can't film.
Right. Yes.
So
we will give us something to chew on, really gnaw, a well-done steak to chew on for a while.
Totally, because if anything's the sizzle, it's Comic-Con and the big Hall H and Kevin Feige up there being like, and these are the next Marvel movies for 10 years. And then like people like me, like I'm passing out like I got the vapors, and and if let's hope it's Eternals footage, right? That we haven't seen yet. But
Just
with no
the
filming.
cast of Eternals.
Yeah.
I can't stop talking about it. More Eternals, please.
So even if they talk about Comic-Con at home details, you're like, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what they talk about. All these online conventions like Gen Con Online. That sign up is started too. So if you want to attend that, make sure you get. When I say attend, but I find it funny that they are very particular. People are like, "Will I be able to print my badge?"
Yeah.
I please have a badge, so you get that full con experience. But they're all offering that. Yeah. Everyone's offering the print badge. So
yeah, everyone wants a little tchotchke to remember their experience, even if it's like we are sitting in our chairs.
Hard to forget.
That's right. That's right. Well, I mean, anyway, I hope there is a lot of news because I always look forward to hearing what's announced for us. So that's good. All right, number 2. New Iron Man comic coming in September from Marvel Comics. This is Christopher Cantwell. Wrightwell? That's not a great name for a writer. Cantwell will write what is being labeled as a relaunch title because comics don't relaunch enough. And he says that he's aiming to explore the question, who should Iron Man be today, an angel, a god, or just a humble man? And so brand new armor, and you could probably hear the cynicism in my voice. And I'm like, he's a what, 60-year character at this point? So
yeah,
do we really need to explore who
he is?
Right, relaunch. And anyway, I hadn't read Dan Slott's take on Iron Man, those comics recently, so I don't know if they were. Slott's a good writer, but this is a new title coming in September.
Yeah, and if you go on the link that's in the punch list, that takes you to the source, and they have the site's a little, I don't know, cluttered, but if you scroll down a little bit, there's a little like kind of animated trailer.
They have some advertisements for you.
Oh yeah, they had a couple advertisements, not for me, for other people. But you get a nice little like animated minute-long intro to the new Iron Man. You get a little sneak, and that was cool. I mean, that's something that would get people hyped up. And then you do kind of see the new armor a little bit, and it's basically just like more power pulse pads. Just put them everywhere. Just put them on my shoulders, put them on my elbows, give me as many ways to levitate and power things as possible.
Yeah, well, I mean, on another level, it's these characters that are beloved, they're so enduring that it's like,
how much can you change?
Right. And number 1, Star Wars Squadrons trailer. And so that lets players pilot iconic ships from the Rebel Alliance and the Empire in galactic dogfights. Have you watched the trailer to that?
Oh, I watched the trailer. I watched the trailer. Yeah. Did you?
I did not.
You should watch it. It's it's pretty cinematic, but I mean, for people who played like Rogue Squadron, Rogue Leader, like those games, like that was like GameCube days. Those were fantastic. Just the flight combat and all the Battlefront, all that stuff. Kind of it's backseat. It was back cockpit to just regular like foot combat and stuff. So I love that they're coming back with this, aerial dogfights, and you play as both sides, Empire, Rebel, whatever. I'm in this day and age, with how far technology has come and how games are being produced, I'm excited to see how many types of ships that you can actually pilot. You're going to get the classics, the X-Wing, Y-Wing. But what else? What else? What little gems are they going to give us? So,
and you're going to take my nerd card, but as you were saying, I was trying to remember the name of Mando's ship.
Oh man, I can never think of it either.
This is embarrassing.
It's bad. I don't know what Mando's ship is called.
The Baby Yoda Express is what it's called.
the baby carriage.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I mean, that's I have so many memories of X-Wing in particular was was and then
Oh,
first
yes,
Battlefront.
definitely.
So, but anyway,
Razor
so many
Crest.
memories from all this.
Razor Crest.
There you go. You win. What do you win?
What do I win? You win a
all
stroller with a Yoda in it.
All right, let's recap. Number 7, Pathfinder Kingmaker, coming to consoles. Number 6, PS5 Event Reveals. So a lot of
Tons of
video
games.
games. Number 5, legendary Batman writer Denny O'Neil passed away, natural causes, at the age of 81. Star Wars Celebration 2020 canceled.
Like
ComicCon at home. Details, print your badge now. New Iron Man comic coming in September. And number 1, Star Wars Squadrons. And so let's see, that's coming out in October.
Sooner than you might think. It's right around the corner.
It's right around a corner. Yeah.
It's one of the 4 corners of the year.
That's right. It's one of the seasons, one of the months of the year.
Yeah, it's so exciting. Good week of news. And we'll see see what next week brings.
Next Wednesday, same time for the punch list.
We'll be here breaking it down for you, so you can live vicariously through us and us through you.
Totally. All right, Abram, take care, and everyone else visit nerdsonearth.com.
Thanks, Claire. Have a good one.
You too.